شام بخیر اور آپ سب کو دی بلیک ہول میں خوش آمدید. ہر گھر میں ایک ایسا کونا ہوتا ہے جہاں کسی کو چھپ کر رونا ہوتا ہے، لیکن جب تک والدین کا سایہ موجود ہو انسان کو کٹھن وقت میں بھی ہمت اور ایک طاقت اور حوصلے کا احساس رہتا ہے. آج کا سیشن، آج کی گفتگو ایک بہادر بیٹے کی طرف سے اپنے والد کو ٹریبیوٹ، ایک خراج تحسین ہے. صرف اپنے والد کو نہیں بلکہ عمومی طور پر ہر اس والد کو جس کی کمر زندگی کی ذمہ داریوں کا بوجھ اٹھاتے اٹھاتے خمیدہ ہو جاتی ہے لیکن زبان پر کبھی کوئی حرف شکایت یا شکوہ نہیں آتا. آئی ایم ویری ہیپی ٹو ہیو عاطف رشید ود اس. میرے دائیں جانب آپ ہی اسٹینڈنگ آن مائی رائٹ. عاطف یہاں دا بلیک ہول میں دوسری مرتبہ تشریف لائے ہیں. عاطف کی زندگی صبر، حوصلے اور استقامت کی ایک زندہ مثال ہے. پاکستان میں آپ پیدا ہوئے لیکن کئی سماجی رکاوٹوں اور پارشل ڈیفنس کی مشکلات کا آپ نے سامنا کیا. بعد ازاں آپ کینیڈا منتقل ہو گئے. ڈلہوزی یونیورسٹی سے آپ نے بی کام کیا، سینٹ میری یونیورسٹی سے ایم بی اے اور سی پی اے کی سرٹیفکیشن آپ نے حاصل کی. کینسر اور لیگ امپوٹیشن جیسے کٹھن ترین امتحانات نے آپ کی زندگی کا رخ بدل دیا، لیکن مایوسی اور حوصلہ ہار جانے کی بجائے عاطف نے ایک عالمگیر تحریک کی بنیاد رکھی. انسپائر ون، امپیکٹ بلینس. عاطف آج ٹیڈ ایکس میں دنیا بھر کی تقریبات، ورکشاپس، سیمینارز کے ذریعے ریزیلینس، ڈائیورسٹی، انکلوژن اور مینٹل ہیلتھ سے متعلق اویئرنیس دیتے ہیں. مور اوور عاطف رشید ورکس فار کینیڈین پبلک سروس ایز ویل اینڈ آئی ایم ویری ہیپی کہ آج انہوں نے ہمیں جوائن کیا. آپ لوگوں کی آمد کا بھی شکریہ. پلیز تھوڑی سی زحمت کر کے اپنے سیل فونس کو سوئچ کر دیں ٹو سائلنٹ موڈ سو دیٹ دیر از نو ڈسٹریکشن. عاطف کی گفتگو پریزنٹیشن کے بعد یا اس کے دوران جب بھی وہ مناسب سمجھے ہاؤس اوپن ہوگا فار کیو اینڈ اے، تو آپ لوگ بھی اس بہت ہی ڈیلیکیٹ اور ایک ایسے موضوع پر جو ہم سب کے دلوں کے نزدیک ہے، دی اسٹرینتھ آئی انہیریٹڈ فرام مائی فادر ٹو ایوری ٹائرلیس ڈیڈ، اس مکالمے کا حصہ بنیے گا. تو عزیز تر مجھے رکھتا تھا وہ رگے جاں سے، یہ بات سچ ہے میرا باپ کم نہ تھا ماں سے. پلیز ویلکم عاطف رشید.
السلام علیکم ایوری ون. تعارف تو انہوں نے میرا کرایا لیکن گلا میرا خشک ہو گیا. تھینک یو ویری مچ. یہ آج کا جو دن ہے میرے لیے کافی اٹس ویری ڈیفیکلٹ. آئی ایم ریئلی ڈیپلی ہرٹ. I'm deeply hurt, and I decided that today will be the good day for me to come out, share my dad's story. But not only that, I'm going to urge you, I'm going to actually ask you to seek collective healing. So میرا گول یہی نہیں کہ میں اپنے ابو کی اسٹوری سناؤں آپ کو اور بتاؤں کہ what a great father he was the best father in the world. لیکن ہر گھر کی ڈفرینٹ اسٹوری ہوتی ہے. کچھ والدین ہوتے ہیں آپ کے ساتھ رہتے ہیں، لونگ ریلیشن شپ ہوتا ہے ان کا آپ کے ساتھ. سم ٹائمز ایسا ہوتا ہے کہ والدین محنت مشقت کرنے کے لیے اوورسیز چلے جاتے ہیں، مڈل ایسٹ چلے جاتے ہیں، تو بچوں سے ان کا وہ کنیکشن نہیں ہوتا، ڈسٹینس ہو جاتا ہے کافی. پھر ہوتا یہ ہے کہ بچے بھی وہ ریلیشن شپ نہیں کر سکتے والدین سے، اور میں بھی کمپلین بھی کرتے ہیں کہ اب تو تھے کبھی نہیں. تھرڈ ٹائپ کے میں نے نوٹس کیا ہے کہ جب والدین ہوتے بھی ہیں سم ٹائمز سخت طبیعت کے ہوتے ہیں والدین، ان سے آپ کا وہ کلوز ریلیشن شپ کبھی نہیں ہوتا بیکاز دے آر ریئلی ہارش، ڈانٹ بھی دیتے ہیں، مار بھی دیتے ہیں، ٹھیک ہے. بٹ آف کورس اٹس گڈ ٹو ہیو اے لونگ ریلیشن شپ. سو میرا ہوگا یہ 3 جو کیٹیگریز ہیں ان پہ بات کروں گا، اینڈ ایٹ دی اینڈ وی ول کلیکٹیولی ہیل فرام وٹ ایور وی وینٹ تھرو، رائٹ. اینڈ بعض ایسا ہوتا ہے کہ والدین نے بہت کیا، اسپیشلی فادر. میرا ٹاپک آج کمپیریزن نہیں ہے کسی سے کرنا، لیکن فادر کے بارے میں بات کروں گا. Who are our fathers? What they do for us all their lives. And sometimes ہوتا ہے کہ when they're older and we have a lot of things we don't agree with them, that's okay. Disagreement is fine. Because they are in a different generation and we are in a different generation. We've seen different things. They have seen their own fair share of challenges. So this main thing is being respectful. when you disagree with your parents, it doesn't mean you can't disagree with them. Disagreeing is not a disrespect. It's humiliating, insulting them just because they don't agree with you or they don't understand you. That's what I'm talking about. So that's going to be the talk today, and I will make it more interactive. So all of you at the end will get to share something about your fathers. But I'll go ahead first. So let me just turn it on. Turn on, getting up your slides. अच्छा जी. All right. पहले तो मेरा ये गोल है कि आप सारे यहाँ मौजूद हो मेरे साथ. तो मैं पहले बोलूँगा आपको कि 5 things you can see in this room. Find out 5 things you can see. So count 5 things. I'll give you 5 seconds. And then I want you to actually find 4 things you can touch around you. 4 things. And 3 things you can hear. The fan ki sound hai, computer, maybe bol raha hu. And 2 things you can really smell. I can really smell the AC in here. Of course, the first one, I don't want you to do it because, I mean, it's hard to find something you can taste. The goal is for us to be present here. Because a lot of times we have a lot of things that distract us, right? So I want you to be with me today. So again, I already mentioned the title. That's a picture of from the black hole last year, 25th of December, when I gave a talk. The title was The Power of Positive Mindset, Turning Pain into Power. So this is my dad right there. He came to support me with my mother right there. So it was a proud moment for me because, you know, finally he was there for the first time seeing me speak on stage, right? Yeah, he was actually, he was not feeling well at the time, but, you know, he was healthy and overall, and he came to support me. And that was just the happiest moment for me in December, just only 7 months ago. And I want to share with you a bit about myself, actually. So this is a picture of me 30 minutes before my amputation. So I was waiting for actually having my leg amputated. And, you know, the only thing in my mind was at the time was I was thinking about my 11-month-old son, Aslan, that what if I die today? How is he going to live his life? So I closed my eyes and pictured him growing up without me. And I didn't like it, actually. I wanted to be part of it, be his dad. And that was the biggest fear. I didn't want to die of cancer. And at that time, you know, I promised myself if I get to live, I will live more purposefully. I'll have a clear purpose in life and be the dad I can be, the best dad for him, for my son, Aslan. And luckily, I'm alive. It's been 10 years. And doctors gave me an option. You know, if we amputate your leg, it's a guarantee that you will live. But we can also try to take out the cancer, but there's a chance it's going to spread. And I told him, I want to live for my son. And I need the guarantee, right? I don't need the leg. I'm fine with one leg. So at that time, that was the first time I understood when we talk about dads, you know, they think about their kids whenever doesn't matter what they're going through, right? Where they're providing for their families and kids. And in that moment, I didn't think about myself. I thought about my 11-month-old son. Who is he going to raise him? Is he going to have a father? And that's the life I wanted for him. That's the life I pictured for him. He's 11 years old now. It was 11 months. And I could have given up anything to be with him. And leg was not even a big deal at that time. And that's a picture of me with my parents. And that's my dad right there. That's a very long time ago. And right now, my dad is really sick. He was diagnosed with cancer around 6 months ago. Actually, no, 3 months ago, actually. And he started losing weight. So whatever he goes through now, this is the picture I'll always keep in my mind until I die. This is my dad. This will be my dad. Doesn't matter what he goes through now. That's a picture I really cherish. Chakrapadiyan ki picture hai ye, long time ago. This picture fascinates me. And that's my dad. Actually, he had a long career in Navy, Pakistan Navy. And these are pictures throughout his career as a new recruit. He's 20 years old. And before I came here today, I actually kind of walked him through. He barely can talk and recognize things. But I wanted his permission to come and talk about him. So I ran him through. I asked him, how old were you? He told me around 18 and 20 years old. He was a young, handsome man. He loved playing carom board. And I remember my mom was telling me that he used to skip, he'd leave home in the middle of the night and play so much carom board over the years. His fingers are like this, that like. He was crazy about carom board. And he played hockey. He was a good sportsman. Played cards, all kinds of sports. Very fit, healthy. And he led many parades within the Navy. He led all armed forces parades, Navy, Air Force, and of course, Army. And he loved playing flute, so he was a bandmaster. He loved making music. He loved music. And I remember this picture. That was the first time he ever took anyone with him. So I was with him that day when he was leading this parade. And actually, I got to see the behind the scenes, how a parade is organized in the Navy, the band. And the reason I want to show you this picture is because it was just fascinating to see my dad wearing uniform and medals and really leading and showing me by example who he is, right? Professional and serving his nation. I remember, my dad was really, I talked to him through my mom. So I never talked to him directly. He was just this guy who was, maybe back in the days you didn't really talk to dads directly. So I was always telling my mom something and she would tell him. I remember that day I had to pee really bad. And I didn't tell him because I was too shy. And I remember, he knew so many people in Navy. When you're in forces, everybody's your friend, right? So I remember it was night around 8 o'clock, and he stopped by this MP, like a Navy post, check post. He had a friend. He started talking to him, and I had to pee. I didn't tell him, so I just started peeing on the floor. I was only 10 years old. And that was the most embarrassing thing. I told my kids, too. But those are the moments, actually, we remember when we mess up, when we don't do things sometimes the right way. So I remember he took me there. He taught me all those things he did. It was a proud moment for me. I remember early in his career, he was struggling. So even he was driving after his work, a day's job, he actually bought a rickshaw. He drove rickshaw to make extra money for family. He had a big family, so we were 5, 6 kids. And he worked really hard. And I remember, he was with me in Ottawa, Ontario, a month ago, and when I was talking to him about my mission, which is Inspire One, Impact Billions. What this mission is about is to help people become more resilient. And really, the mission is really inspiring one person a day. My goal today is to deeply impact at least one of you today. I want you to change, maybe think differently today, after my talk today. And I kind of shared my mission with him and told him, I'm building a legacy that will outlast you, myself, and everybody else in our family. And he was really happy about that. He actually gave me a lot of, I interviewed him for the first time because I wanted to hear all his stories from the Navy, from sports, all the things he did. And one thing that really came out from that is he did everything with so much passion. When he was making music, he loved writing music, all those things, and playing flute, leading parades. And sports, he loved, I could see his fingers, it was like this. You can notice that here, right? Just twisted because he played so much carom board, because you just hit the striker, it just messes up your hands if you play too much. And the third thing is he loved taking care of his family. He was doing his job. He was working full time. He spent, a lot of times in the wars too, in 71. Is it 71? I don't remember the exact year, but yeah, so I saw that he did everything with a passion. And that day I promised myself, when I pursue anything in life, I'll do with complete passion. I will not ever give anything a chance in my life half-heartedly. I'll give full attention and passion. So I wanted to switch gears a little bit, and I did some research about the fathers, the impact they have in our lives. Whether they were loving fathers, or they were fathers, maybe distant, they were working somewhere else, not available, or even if they were available but not truly available, right? It really has an impact on us throughout our lives. So when we become parents, it shows how we deal with our wives, husbands, and our kids. First thing I read, there was research that actually when fathers provide us a nice, secure environment, it actually reflects. We become more confident. We become more resilient. We can deal with challenges in a much better way when we have dads, fathers who are more active in our lives. And we have better psychological understanding of our lives when our dads are present. And on the other hand, if dads are not present or we're not available emotionally, it impacts us negatively. It could make us more angry in our lives. How we behave at workplaces, how we behave with our children or our wives and husbands, it impacts us. Because you may think, okay, it's been a long time ago, right? My dad was like that, whatever it was. It won't impact me. But it does impact you when your back is against the wall. आप अगर किसी बड़े मसले से लाइफ में गुजर रहे हो ना, उसको आपको मालूम होगा कि there is an impact of your parents, whether good or bad. So the reason I mention is, then what do we do about that, right? The parents ने जो भी सोचा था हमारी ज़िंदगी में, they did their best, right? जैसा अच्छा था उनको लगा, उनके मुताबिक उन्होंने हमारे लिए किया. So what can we do about it right now, right? I mean, if you're a parent or not right now, you're doing the best you can if you're a parent. Anybody who's watching online, if you're a parent, you do your best based on the information you have available. And if our parents are 60, 70 years old, they can't go back and fix anything, really. But oftentimes I've seen people, kids, when they get older, they carry that pain and suffering with them if the relationship is not perfect. And that is where I want us to heal today, if there was a situation with you or with anyone else who's listening. And also honor the dads, because you know what? They did the best they could in the moment. And I wanted to do a quick breathing exercise with you guys, because will be pivotal for us to be to center ourselves and really reach deeply our emotions. So the first step would be, I want you to close your eyes and hear my instructions. So I'll tell you some things and then just follow instructions. So just be relaxed. Relax ho jaye, or and I want you to feel safe. This is us trying to heal together. Heal kar rahe hain together. So feel safe. My goal is to share stories, but also help you come up and share stories too. So I'm going to play the music. It's a very calming music. Be ready. And agar aapko thoda emotional hote hain, to let your emotions come out as well. Okay, so close your eyes. Breathe in, hold, and release. So I want you to breathe in, hold, and release. Breathe in, hold, release. Breathe in, hold, and release. Now, think of your father. Whether he's alive or gone. Whether he was close to you or distant. Perfect or flawed. Just think of your dad, your father. With each breath in, say, thank you for trying your best. With each breath in, say it silently. Thank you for trying your best. With each breath out, say it, I forgive you for what you could not do. You breathe in, you can say thank you for trying your best. You breathe out, say I forgive you for what you couldn't do. Just repeat a couple of times. Now, one more time. Breathe in and say it silently. I'm here because of you. And when you breathe out, say it, I release the pain I carry. When you breathe in, say, I'm here because of you. When you breathe out, say, I release the pain I carry. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Awesome, thank you. Now, I call it Inspire One Challenge. As part of my movement, I give challenges to people whenever I go and give talks. And today's challenge would be I know in this culture in Pakistan, because we don't say I love you to dad. I don't know, maybe now people say it. 20 years ago, I don't think people said it. But now, I want to give you a challenge that hug your dad and say nothing. Because I think about my dad, he was here just 6-7 months ago, right? And now he lost all of his muscles, fat, like he's struggling to breathe now. He can't even be here today. He's tired, sleeping. And I want to hear all his stories. I remember, as he aged, he started repeating stories. Our dads started telling our stories over and over again, and we don't like it. And today I want to hear all those stories again, but he can't tell them. Whatever our relationship with our dads, fathers, I think this challenge is for you. Just hug your dad today. Just say nothing. You don't have to say anything. It's okay. And if they're not here, they're gone, just go to their grave and say it silently that you love them. And live your life. Do whatever you do with your passion. Just my dad taught me, just get into whatever you're doing, do it with passion. And that's how you can honor your parents, your dad specifically. And by being able to really release the pain, if there's a pain you're carrying from your parents, your dad, you are going to live your best life. And I've seen a lot of people actually living lives with the pain and anger. It doesn't help, especially when you are trying to grow your career, trying to grow your families, and do the best in your life. It holds us back, the pain, the suffering. And always honor your parents, especially your dads who are silently doing everything possible. My dad, working his Navy job, doing rickshaw driving, even drove cabs, just to provide without any complaint or appreciation. And now he might not have many days to live. He did what he did, the best he thought at that time. And that's all that are like that, right? I remember when I found out I have cancer, the first thing was I just wanted to live for my son. Like, doesn't matter. I'll be fine. And I don't know what's up with them. They're built like that, right? And I saw this video online. There's this kid asks Dad, are you scared? And Dad says, I am, yes. And the kid, he's just 11 years old kid, says, Dad, don't worry about me. And Dad says, I will worry about you. I will worry about you, always. And then the kid says, you don't have to worry about me anymore. And then he says, I will always worry about you. And that's the deal. And I remember my dad was asking me a couple of days ago how much time you have off from work, because I don't want your work to be impacted. He's dying, but he's thinking about his kids. It's very natural. I don't know what it is that causes that feeling in dads. It's weird, right? They're going through some tough challenges, but then for them, their kids are just something that changes them. And being a dad myself, I've witnessed that myself. So with that, I hope you can take the challenge today and heal collectively with me and honor our dads, our fathers. And now it's going to be your turn. Yeah. To share your stories. So share anything about your dad, father. Any funny stories? I mean, I shared with you about that story when the parade, I peed in my pants. So any stories you want to share? Actually, there's no option. You have to share. So if there's a mic here, I want people to share stories. One story is good enough. Any story. It doesn't have to be a long story. Maybe don't even give them an option. Just give the first person the mic. You can share your dad's story. We don't have a lot of people, so just give.
Thank you very much. Every person has a story with his father, and actually, every father is hero for the kids. My father was a police officer, and he was a very strong man. And he would try always to put the strength in me to fight with the difficulties of life, and would always say to me different quotations and things like this, that there will be difficulties, but you can overcome this. He would be away from home in connection with the job sometime, but still he would be with us, asking about us, and he was very, very anxious about us, about our education, our safety, and everything. He would ensure that they should have. But I got strength from my father to say no to people, to have the courage to say no. And he wouldn't accept. He was an officer when he retired, and he would, just I remember, till the last day, he would do his exercise. And we didn't have the courage to come his way because he would have some 3,000 steps walking.
Wow.
Sometime out when he
Amazing.
was could go out, and he would have his wand in his hand, moving like this and
Yeah.
going in there just like an officer after retirement also.
Yeah.
And when even when he was on the bed, he would do his exercise. He never, I didn't see till the last day. And I would say he didn't have blood pressure, he didn't have sugar, and he wouldn't say anything like this. He didn't die of any disease or illness. He died of age. And I remember when he was passing away, and he was just sitting in the in this posture in the bed, in the erected
Sitting
posture,
down.
and I was observing that he's fighting with the death. And when he died, and he was, his eye was open, and he was looking, and we called my relative doctor, and to ensure that he has gone. And you believe this? He saw and observed for some time, and he said, "I'm doubtful. He's not dead." And after death, he was just looking like
Yeah.
an eagle, like that.
Thank you for sharing. the story.
And after 30 minutes or 45 minutes, he again checked it, and he again said, "I'm doubtful." And I think after 50 minutes or an hour, he said, "Yes, now he has gone." So he even fought death, and I've got this strength from him. He was a very patriot person,
Yes.
extremely patriot.
Thank you for sharing.
Because
your story.
he wouldn't accept anything of the enemy country or anything. He would always say that love your country, love your people, and you should have the courage to work hard.
Yes.
And sometimes if you want to say no, you must say no. So unconsciously, consciously, I got this strength for him. And really, I still feel he's somewhere here around me. When I get some problem, I ask him, what's the solution? And he's always there, in the air.
His wisdom, his stories, right?
Yeah.
And thank you so much for sharing your story, and and also thank you for honoring and remembering your dad with us today. So you can go ahead next. There you go. And you can Urdu में बात कर लें, बेशक कोई मसला नहीं है. We all sharing our stories, so be comfortable in whatever language you are. So it's fine.
I don't have a single story to share because my father was a huge storyteller. He used to tell
I
me
know.
stories
Tell
all
me
the
about it.
time. So I lost my father 10 years ago. I was 18 years old. I was very close to him. I'm so grateful for the fact that I was able to, experience that sort of love, because yes, he taught me a lot of values. He taught me discipline. He taught me to be, organized and stuff. But he was also like a father. I could talk to him about anything. So he was a very strong guy, and he was a very serious looking guy as well. He was also funny. So a lot of my cousins and the people around him were usually scared of him. He had that aura, but for me, he was like my friend. So
Yeah.
even now, I really cannot believe it's been 10 years now, but I feel like I got my strength and all the good things from him. I am currently living some of my dreams now. I've worked really, really hard over the last 10 years, and I feel like I have been able to do all of that because of
Awesome.
all the energy and
Yeah.
everything that he left me with.
Exactly.
So I feel like even if we don't have a very good relationship with our parents, as they say, it's their first time living life as well. So it's very important, I feel like, to honor them, because
Exactly, very
once they're gone, then you're able to see the things that you could not see at that time.
Exactly.
So, it's very important as we grow old. I feel like it's only then we realize, you know,
when we are
कि
we
क्या
are more
impact आपकी ज़िंदगी में हुआ है. And
जी, जी.
you know, sometimes our dads, they do so much और किसी को बताते नहीं हैं because they're not expressive.
silently they're
They
doing
would
things.
silently do things and they would leave the word. And you wouldn't even know. Because I know for a fact कि मेरे अब्बू बहुत stories बताते थे, but I'm still sure कि बहुत चीज़ें, बहुत struggles थी that I'm not aware of as a kid.
And they
Because he
don't
was
want you
protecting
to
me.
have that burden
Yes.
on you because that's called psychological safety.
And you know,
It's okay.
they're trying to create a positive environment for you where you can
Exactly.
dwell and, you know, do all the nice things. So I feel like even if you have
It's
a
amazing.
difficult relationship, you're going to miss him someday. You're going to miss, you know, the good things, the bad
Yeah.
things, all the things. You're going to miss him. So just, you know, I would say cherish every moment and just
Yeah.
be grateful. And yeah, we should be
Thank you.
grateful
Thank
and
you
live
for
a happy
sharing
life.
your story and honoring your dad with us today.
Thank you,
Next,
thanks.
your turn. Nobody leaves again, okay? Please. I gotta share your story. Just
So,
Urdu में share कर लो, मसला कोई नहीं है यार. Please relax.
I have a small story. When I did my intermediate, so I thought I gonna do political science from bachelor's. So, so after like deciding that my father's friend was like visiting, and he asked me like, "What you gonna do now?" And I said, "I gonna go and pursue political science or something in social sciences." So he asked me like, "Why not? You are going to do the engineering like your father, and there is no scope in political science and social sciences." So I asked him who my father was working working in UNICEF at the time. So I asked him like, who is the director of UNICEF right now for the Pakistan? And he said like some guy. And I asked what's his qualification, and he said something masters in social sciences. So I asked, look at that.
Wow, look at that.
So my father like smiled and said to him that like, he's my son, you can't like beat him in the argument.
Exactly.
So that was a very proud moment for me. Yeah, that's it.
Amazing. Thank you for honoring your dad, sharing your story with us today, and you to the next. आप ले लें next.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सर। सबसे पहले तो आपके लिए नेक ख्वाहिशात, और कुछ वो आधे अधूरे ख्वाब होते हैं जो आपके पेरेंट्स के अधूरे ख्वाब हैं, बस हम उनके लिए दुआ गो हैं कि आप वो पूरे कर सकें।
शुक्रिया।
और परवरदिगार जिनके पेरेंट्स चले गए उनके दर्जात बुलंद करे, और जो ज़िंदा है मौला उनकी हमें खिदमत करने का मौका दें। तो मेरी सर स्टोरी तो इस तरह नहीं है, अब वो ज़िंदा हैं, बस ये है कि कुछ ख्वाब उनके हैं, वो ख्वाहिश है कि ज़िंदगी में बस पूरे कर सकें, उसके लिए कोशिश में लगे हुए हैं। और एक वक्त होता था सर कि जब थोड़ा सा इंसान को डर लगता था ना, मिलने मिलाने से, हक करने से, जिस तरह आप बता रहे हैं। लेकिन यकीन करें, जब से मैं इस्लामाबाद 8-9 साल हो गए मुझे यहाँ पे आए हुए, तो अब मैं जब घर जाता हूँ तो जब उनसे वो गले लग के मिलता हूँ ना, तो मैं कहता हूँ ज़िंदगी से उससे हसीन ज़िंदगी का वो लम्हा है ही नहीं, उससे बढ़ के कोई
Hugging
चीज़
your
नहीं।
dad, I mean, it's the best thing, right? So while they're alive, hug them.
तो वो वाकई जन्नत है, उसका कोई नेमल बदल ही नहीं है। आप ज़िंदगी में जितने कामयाब हो जाएं, जो कुछ हो जाए, उनके लिए आप वही बच्चे हैं, और वही मैं कहता हूँ आपके लिए सब कुछ है। और बाकी हम वो सैयद फैमिली से हैं तो कुछ मुरीद वगैरह भी होते हैं ना, तो मैं CSS की तैयारी कर रहा हूँ, तो अब्बू जब भी कोई आते हैं तो उनको बताते हैं ये CSB ऑफिसर बन रहे हैं।
I know.
तो वो जब मिलवाते हैं उनके साथ, तो वो
I mean,
मैं कहता हूँ अब्बू ज़्यादा ना किया करें, इसमें अनसर्टेनिटी है। कहते हैं
know.
नहीं हमारी दुआएं आपके साथ हैं।
ये
तो
होता है ना
इंशाल्लाह
कि this is the building, they're getting you to see, they're getting you to dream big.
या
Don't be afraid to dream big. So this is their way to tell you, just don't worry about it, the failure. You're going to be successful.
बस उनकी दुआएं हैं, और ऐसी कुछ फीलिंग्स और ऐसे जज्बात और इमोशंस हैं कि वो आप नहीं बयान कर सकते। वो एक ऐसी मोहब्बत और एक ऐसा प्यार है।
वो है ना।
बाकी बहुत शुक्रिया।
आप बताएं नेक्स्ट। अभी साहब आपके साथ ही बैठे हैं आपके। नेक्स्ट।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
आ रही आवाज़।
मेरे वालिद के मुतालिक तो ऐसी कोई स्टोरी नहीं है क्योंकि वो अभी हयात हैं, लेकिन वो थोड़े से स्ट्रिक्ट माइंड मतलब मिजाज के, लेकिन उस स्ट्रिक्टनेस में भी जो मुझे लगता है कि उसकी एक लव छुपी हुई है ना, तो वो जब मतलब कोई ऐसी उनके साथ हम बैठते हैं, मैं अकेले बैठता हूँ, तो वो इस तरह का मतलब लाइफ में जो डिफ़िकल्टीज़ हैं, लाइफ में जो चीज़ें आ रही हैं, तो उसके मुतालिक वो बताते हैं कि मतलब आपने इस तरह करना है। तो वो उसकी स्ट्रिक्टनेस भी मुझे लगता है कि वो जो है ना वो हमें लाइफ के मुतालिक जो चीज़ें हैं वो हमें सिखाते हैं। तो वालिदैन मेरे ख़्याल में इस तरह है कि वो जो भी करते हैं अपने बच्चों की बेहतरी के लिए करते हैं। उनकी स्ट्रिक्टनेस में भी एक लव छुपी होती है, उनके हर चीज़ में एक जो है ना एक जिस तरह लोग कहते हैं ना हिकमत होती है, क्योंकि उनको पता होता है कि मतलब लाइफ कैसी चीज़ है। उन लोगों ने जो है ना फिर वो हमारे लिए जो करते हैं हर तरह के बर्डन जो है ना वो करते हैं।
Exactly.
और वो जो हमारे लिए जो करते हैं तो बस मैं इतना ही कहूँगा कि सारे वालिदैन को सैल्यूट। और जितने
एग्जैक्टली
हाँ
आपसे
जी।
सवाल है मुझसे, आप कहते हैं आपके बारे थोड़ा सख्त में आते हैं, क्या आप चैलेंज एक्सेप्ट कर पाएंगे आज, हक कर पाएंगे उनको अगर जाके आज?
हाँ जी बिल्कुल।
मुझे फीडबैक दे दीजिए कि आपको पढ़ तो नहीं गई आपको कि आज रात को ये क्या कर रहे हो, राइट? तो ट्राई, so whenever you see him, try, see how it's like. Don't say anything, I'm not asking you to say anything, but also one more thing, आप स्टोरी पूछ रहा हूँ, doesn't matter आपके पेरेंट्स वफात ज़रूरी नहीं कि वफात पाए हों तो स्टोरी बताएं, जिंदा पेरेंट्स की बहुत स्टोरीज होती हैं, so don't worry about it, just I need stories from people ताकि लोग अपना दिल खोल सकें यहाँ पे बैठ के थोड़ा.
Well, I don't have words to describe my father, uh, but my father was teacher. He's alive but now retired. So he's a great man. Like he was a teacher in primary school, later on promoted. But in his limited salary, uh, he has educated my sister, my other brother. Now he is captain, and now I am studying at Dalhousie University.
माशाल्लाह.
Uh, he was my teacher at home and in school as well, and his dedication towards his profession is like even now when we are at the dining table, he always discusses like the problems of students and what reforms should the government take in the field of education. And whenever we discuss about my father, like when we are in, me and my brother together. So one thing which I would like to talk about my father is he is too good. And sometimes we ask him that you are not supposed to be that much good.
You have to ask him. अब वो इतने भी अच्छे ना बने ना लोग आपको. So, but will you be able to hug him tonight?
Like sometimes people take advantages of his goodness.
Sometimes they're too kind.
So,
yeah, I know. But would you be able to hug him? Challenge accept करेंगे आप रात को, आज जाएंगे शाम को?
I have the opportunity, like I visit more frequently. So whenever I leave from home and whenever I go there, so I have the opportunity to hug him.
Nice. Awesome.
But he is such a great man. Salute to him.
I'm glad to hear. Thank you. शुक्रिया शेयर करने का. आप शेयर करें आप next. अपने कोई interesting story बताएं कुछ.
My father is alive thankfully, और जिनके चले गए हैं खुदा उनको सब्र दे और उनके दर्जात बुलंद करे उनके वालिदैन. तो I have an interesting anecdote, छोटा सा. So back in the pandemic, out of boredom I started playing PUBG. My father is a little religious, so he would sometimes yell at you if you have not offered the prayer or not gone for the recitation of the Quran or something like that. तो मैं रोशनी में बैठ गया असर के टाइम और ऐसे होते होते अंधेरा हो गया एंड आई वाज सो इंडल्ज्ड इनटू पबजी दैट आई डिडंट इवन नो कि अब अंधेरा हो गया. सो ही यूज्ड टू कम फ्रॉम द वर्क मगरिब के टाइम एंड ही नोटिस्ड मी इन द रूम एंड आई एम प्लेइंग पबजी और वो मोबाइल की हल्की सी लाइट आ रही है. तो ही स्टार्टेड येलिंग एट मी कि व्हाट आर यू डूइंग, व्हाट हैव यू मेड आउट ऑफ योरसेल्फ. और मैं उस पबजी के जो टर्मिनोलॉजीज़ होते हैं, रिवाइव करो, एम्यूनेशन दे दो, ये करो वो करो, ہینڈ فری لگائے میں نے اور وہ یہ سب سن رہے ہیں. تو ہی اسٹارٹیڈ ییلنگ ایٹ می. اب میں پتہ نہیں جو بھی کہو پب جی کے کچھ ایسے ریپرکشنز ہوتے ہیں یہاں پہ یا میری ان کی طرف بیکاز آف ہی ڈو یل ایٹ اس موسٹ آف دا ٹائمس. تو مے بی بیکاز آف مائی میری ان کی طرف ایک ایسا بیہیویئر بن گیا کہ تھوڑا سا ریٹیلیٹری یا جو بھی ریزن تھی ایٹ دا اسپر آف دا مومنٹ میں نے بھی آگے سے آئی ریزسٹڈ اور میں نے اس طرح کچھ کہا ان کو. تو دوز ڈیز لائک ہی ڈidn't ask me for the prayer again کہ آپ جاؤ پریئر کرو. اور میری لائف میں دا تھنگز دیٹ آئی yearn for most of the times like currently I'm earning for a goal. اس ٹائم میں میری لائف کا ایک یہ تھا کہ پلیز کم اینڈ ٹاک ٹو می اینڈ سے ٹو می کہ بیٹا گو اینڈ آفر دا پریئر. بٹ ہی ڈنٹ فار مینی ڈیز. اور اس کے بعد ہی سیڈ بیٹا گو اینڈ آفر دا پریئر اینڈ وین ہی سیڈ دیٹ I was like very very happy that day. So yeah, that was like a small story.
بہت شکریہ شیئر کرنے کا اسٹوری اور آنر کرنے کا اپنے فادر کو.
Assalamu alaikum. My father recently suffered a heart attack, but alhamdulillah now he's okay. So during that period, even he was suffering a lot, but even during that period he was showing such a courage, patience that he was appeasing us. He was concerned about us. Don't worry. And even he was himself was in so much pain, but he was not showing pain that my family may suffer from that. So after that incident, I got a lot of courage and motivation and strength after that event. And the quality that I really aspire to achieve that my father has is generosity, and I want to be generous like him. And I want to fulfill his dreams. Thank you.
Thank you very much. چلیں نیکسٹ آپ بتائیں اپنی اسٹوری کوئی.
السلام علیکم.
وعلیکم السلام.
میرے پاس بہت ساری اسٹوریز ہیں بچپن سے لے کے جوانی پھر تھرو دی ایج.
پچھلے ہفتے کی اسٹوری سنا رہے ہیں.
جی یہی بالکل یہ پچھلے ہفتے کی میں ابھی جو بہت فریش ہے میرے مائنڈ میں میں وہی سناؤں گا اور وہ بہت امپورٹنٹ بھی ہے اور بہت. ابھی میں ریسنٹلی گریجویٹ ہوا ہوں قائد یونیورسٹی سے انوائرمنٹل سائنسز میں. تو 1 مہینہ ہو گیا تقریباً میرے فائنل ختم ہوئے نا. 1 مہینے سے میں اسلام آباد میں ہی جاب سرچ کر رہا ہوں. 2-3 انٹرویو دیے ہیں, سی وی فارورڈنگ سارا کچھ چل رہا ہے. تو میرے فادر کو پتہ ہے وہ فیصل آباد میں, لیکن ان کو پتہ ہے کہ یہ کافی آج کل جاب کی سرچ میں ہے اور تھوڑا پریشان ہے. تو انہوں نے مجھے خود کال کی اور کہا کہ بیٹا آپ نے ایجوکیشن کر لی ہے کمپلیٹ, کوئی مسئلہ نہیں ہے, آپ جاب ملے گی ٹھیک ہے, نہیں ملے گی پھر بھی کوئی مسئلہ نہیں ہے, 1 مہینہ 2 مہینہ 6 مہینے آپ ایزی ہو کے ریلیکس ہو کے اپنی مرضی کا کام ڈھونڈو. جس طرح سے پہلے ہم تم اکنامکلی سپورٹ کر رہے تھے اب بھی کرتے رہیں گے, کوئی ایشو نہیں ہے. اور یہی سب سے مشکل ٹائم ہوتا ہے کہ ارلی کیریئر میں جو اسٹوڈنٹس ہوتے ہیں تھوڑا اسٹارٹ کرنے میں تھوڑا مشکل ہوتا ہے کیریئر کو. تو اس ٹائم پہ سب سے سپورٹ ہوتی ہے کی ضرورت ہوتی ہے بچوں کو. تو اسی ٹائم پہ انہوں نے مجھے خود کال کی. میں تو رینڈملی بائک پہ جا رہا تھا, کال آئی خود ہی, اور خود ہی کیا ہے کہ
ان کو فیل ہوا کہ بچے کو چاہیے ابھی یہ موٹیویشن.
تو اسی دن انہوں نے مجھے کہا, انہی دنوں میں یہ اسلام آباد میں خبر آئی تھی کہ گدوں کا گوشت پکڑا گیا ہے نا, اور مجھے کہتے ہیں کہ جب گوشت کھانے کا دل کرے بتا دینا, ہم ادھر سے گھر سے پکا کے بھیج دیں گے, باہر سے نہیں کھانا تم نے. وہ کیئر اور وہ ساری تو یہ ساری ہے بس.
بہت شکریہ آپ کا اسٹوری شیئر کرنے کا. آخری ہو then maybe give it to him as well.
السلام علیکم. میرے فادر کی اسٹوری تو کافی لمبی ہے, اگر میں لائک بیان کرنا چاہوں شاید دن مہینے یا سالوں بھی لگ سکتے ہیں, لیکن میں شارٹ سا بتاؤں گا کہ میں انہیں ابو بیسیکلی کہتا ہوں تو ابو ہی پکاروں گا ابھی. وہ اینٹی کرپشن ڈپارٹمنٹ میں وہ ایز اے گورنمنٹ آفیسر کام کر رہے ہیں, ٹھیک ہے. اور ان کی لائف پہ لائک بینگ اے رائٹر آئی ول ڈیفینیٹلی رائٹ اے بک آن ہز جرنی. لیکن لائک جو انہوں نے ہمیں انسپائر کیا سنس مائی چائلڈہڈ ٹل ناؤ, جس طرح ہم نے انہیں پیشنیٹ دیکھا ٹورڈز ہز بیسیکلی ورک, اور جس طرح آنیسٹ پایا. لائک یوزولی لوگوں کا جو آپ کہہ لیں کہ ایک इंस्पायरेशन बाहर से आती है, लाइक कोई लीडर्स हो सकते हैं, फिलासफर हो सकते हैं, वट एवर, लेकिन हमारे घर में लाइक हमें किसी दूसरी बार एक्सटर्नल आइडेंटिटी की ज़रूरत नहीं है. उन थ्रू आउट उनकी जर्नी में लाइक उनको काफ़ी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ ऐसी मिली जो अगर वो अवेल करते तो शायद मैं यहाँ पे ना बैठा होता. लाइक हमारे भी फॉरेन एसेट सब इस तरह चीज़ें हो सकती थी, लेकिन जो ऑनेस्टी उन्होंने दिखाई या उन्होंने इस तरह इंस्पायर किया, तो डेफिनेटली अगर मुझे भी अपनी लाइफ में उस लेवल पे सर्व करने का मौका मिला तो आई विल डेफिनेटली मैं अपनी जो अब्बू हैं मेरे, उनकी लेगेसी को कंटिन्यू करूँगा. और ऑब्वियसली वो हमारे लिए, हमारी जितनी भी नस्लें आने वाली जनरेशन है उनके लिए वो इंस्पायरेशन हमेशा से रहेंगे, जिन्होंने जिस तरह उन्होंने कंट्रीब्यूट किया थ्रू हिज वर्क. थैंक यू सो मच.
बेशक. सही. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर शेयरिंग.
When I was born, I witnessed two things around me. खौफ और परेशानियाँ और किताबें, और बहुत सी किताबें. और जो मैंने विटनेस नहीं किया वो ये था कि मैंने शायद ही अपने वालिद को कभी सोते हुए देखा हो. जब भी मैंने देखा तो वो काम ही कर रहे होते थे. जब मेरी पैदाइश हुई तो मेरे घर का किराया था 600 रुपये और मेरे वालिद की तनख्वाह थी 500 रुपये. मैं सबसे छोटा बेटा था. मेरी एक बहन और 2 भाई थे और ज़ाहिरा वालदा भी थी. तो बहुत काम उन्हें करना पड़ता. तो उन्हें दुनिया का हर काम किया होगा. मज़दूरी भी की, होटलों में भी काम किया, जो दीवारों पे जो लिखते हैं या बैनर्स बनाते हैं इलेक्शन के दिनों में ख़ास तौर पे. तो ही वॉज़ वेरी हार्ड वर्किंग एंड लेबोरियस पर्सन. और ज़ाहिर है उसके बगैर कैसे घर चलता. मैं और इस सब के बावजूद कितने लोगों की वो मदद करते थे जो हमें बाद में पता चला. वेरी काइंड, जेनरस, कंपैशनेट पर्सन डिस्पाइट ऑल दी स्ट्रगल्स जो फाइनेंशियली या वैसे ज़िंदगी में वो थी. ही वॉज अ राइटर, अ थिंकर, अ टीचर. कोई दर्जन भर किताबें उन्होंने लिखी हैं, लेकिन मैं नाम नहीं बताऊंगा आप में से कभी किसी को. ही इनहेरिटेड मी लव फॉर नॉलेज, फॉर बुक्स, फॉर वर्ड्स, फॉर इंटेलेक्ट, या आप कह सकते हैं कि ही इनहेरिटेड मी तन्हाई. कि पाकिस्तान जैसे समाज में जब आप किताबों से, इल्म से, फ़िक्र से मोहब्बत करते हैं तो फिर आपका मुकद्दर तन्हाई बन जाता है. मुझे लगता था शायद कहीं कहीं कि वो अपने व्यूज़ हम पे कहते हैं, लेकिन विद हाइंडसाइट आई अंडरस्टैंड नहीं, वो अपने व्यूज़ नहीं इम्पोज करते थे. क्योंकि आखिरी बरसों में उनके साथ मेरी बहुत लंबी लंबी डिस्कशंस हुई बड़े मुश्किल मौज़ूआत पे जो यहाँ पाकिस्तान में नहीं हो सकती. बट ही वॉज़ वेरी ओपन माइंडेड. ही वॉज़ ऑलवेज ओपन माइंडेड व्हेन इट कम्स टू इंटेलेक्चुअल डिस्कशंस और जो हायर आइडियाज़ होते हैं. ज़िंदगी के एक बड़े इस हिस्से में मेरी ईगो शायद उनसे टकराती रही. एंड आई मिसअंडरस्टूड हिम ऑन मैनी इश्यूज़. लेकिन जो उम्र बढ़ी और मुझे उनकी स्ट्रगल का एहसास हुआ, या मैं ख़ुद प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ में गया, तो फिर मुझे अंदाज़ा हुआ कि वो किस दर्द से गुज़र रहे थे. और कुछ दर्द मैंने भी सहना ज़िंदगी का शुरू किया.
घर कैसे चलते थे?
ऐसा ही
अब मालूम होता है घर कैसे चलते कैसे थे. Right, when we are in struggling right now, it's unimaginable how they did manage things.
अपनी वफ़ात से कई बरस पहले उन्होंने मुझे कुछ अपने हाथों के लिखे हुए डॉक्यूमेंट्स दिए कि ये बाद में पढ़ लेना. ये जो भी उन्होंने मुझसे बातें कहनी थी, उन्होंने अपनी जो कब्र का कतबा होता है वो मुझे लिख के दिया. लुक, मैंने जाना है. लेकिन मैं यहाँ ऐड करना चाहूँगा, मेरी वालदा 11 बरस बेड रिडन रही फालिज की वजह से. और जब वो फोत हुई, मैंने वालिद को जाके बताया. वो लेट नाइट फोत हुई थी. वालिद साहब सोए हुए थे, मैंने उनको नहीं जगाया. अर्ली मॉर्निंग मैंने उनके पास जाके उनको, जब वो जागे तो मैंने उनको बताया कि अम्मी नहीं रही. एंड हमेशा की तरह बड़े कॉम कंपोज्ड उन्होंने सुना. उन्होंने मुझे कहा, मैंने उनको बताया 1122 बुलाई है, हॉस्पिटल लेकर गए हैं, खैरियत क्यों? मैंने कहा फॉर डेथ सर्टिफिकेट। तो उन्होंने मुझे कहा कि देखो ज़िंदगी बड़ी मुश्किल चीज़ है एंड यू डोंट नीड टू क्राई और वरी। जब आप आखिरी सांस लेते हैं ना, इट इज़ द बिगेस्ट अचीवमेंट। इतनी मुश्किल चीज़ है ये ज़िंदगी। सो फिर बस ही सर्टनली हैड सम फ्लॉज। कई बातें मुझे उनकी मजाज की नहीं भी अच्छी लगती थी। ज़ाहिर है ज़िंदगी तल्ख बना देती है इंसान को। आई ट्राई कि मैं उनकी जो फ्लॉज थे मेरे में ना हो, लेकिन जो उनके पॉजिटिव्स थे वो मेरे में आए। ये बहुत मुश्किल है, ये भी एक कॉन्टीन्यूस स्ट्रगल है। आई होप कि मैं उनका 10% भी बन सकूं, ख़ास तौर पे इंटेलेक्ट में। आई मिस एंड लव हिम मोर ईच डे। जो ज़िंदगी मेरे शानों को मज़ीद नातवा कर रही है, तो मुझे उनकी ज़ाहिर याद और कमी महसूस होती है। मेरी वालदा फ़ौत हुई, जब मेरे वालिद फ़ौत हुए मैंने कोई आंसू नहीं बहाया। मुझे अपने वालिद का वही जुमला ज़हन में आता है, ज़िंदगी पूरी कर लेना ही बड़ी अचीवमेंट है। कभी कभार मैं भी थक जाता हूँ, मैं कहता हूँ यार मैं कब ये अचीव करूँगा। आतिफ आप बहुत प्यारे इंसान हैं। इट इज़ वेरी पेनफुल टू सी आवर पेरेंट्स गेटिंग एजेड, उनको बीमार देखना, उनको ढलता हुआ देखना, क्योंकि हमारे लिए तो ज़ाहिर है वही एक तवानाई की इलामत होती है। हमारे लिए हर एक को अपने माँ बाप ज़ाहिर अच्छे लगते हैं, लेकिन हमारे हीरो तो ज़ाहिर हमारे पेरेंट्स ही हैं ना। हमें लगता है चाहे कुछ भी हो जाएगा तो ये है ना, दे विल फाइंड सम वे। लेकिन उनको बीमार, उनको मुज़महिल, उनको निढाल थका हुआ देखना, बिस्तर से लगा हुआ देखना, करवट लेने के लिए भी दूसरे का मोहताज देखना, इट इज़ वेरी पेनफुल। एंड जब ऐसा होता है तो हमें पता चल जाता है कि बस अब ज़ाहिर है कि जो वो दस्ते कुदरत है उसने अपनी तहरीर बस अब वो रोशनाई भर रही है अपने कलम में, और वो वक्त लिख देगी। ये सब के साथ होता है, हमारे साथ भी होता है। बट आई विश यू स्ट्रेंथ, आई विश यू लाइट एंड होप। आप इतने लोगों के लिए उम्मीद की इलामत हैं। आई होप आपके लिए आगे का सफ़र मुश्किल ही सही लेकिन हिम्मत से भरपूर हो, because so many people including myself look at you.
Thank you very much. And thank you for all sharing your stories. I hope you found something that you can take away from today's session. कुछ ऐसा चीज़ आपको आज हासिल हुई है, इस टाइम आपने स्पेंड किया मेरे साथ। आप QR कोड ये स्कैन करें, and if you're able to give me one sentence, what you take away from it, from today's time. आपने मुझे टाइम दिया अपना, so इस QR कोड से आपको you will able to just send me a message. Yeah, I think that is it for today, and truly appreciate the conversation we had. So I'll give you a few seconds just to punch in your information. So.